this isn't over yet.
Oh God.
There's still more. And this is so creative. This is beautifully done. So she destroyed their entire city without even having to go there. This is I don't know how she thought about this, but this woman had the biggest brain back then. No bitching today.
No?
No venting on women and men. Maybe I might vent a little, but
We might go on a tangent.
yes. I have tangents. So my topic today, we're gonna do a little history dive, which you just did one too. So I'm doing a countdown to the top 5 ruthless European female rulers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's some evil ones out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're like in charge, but there's the top 2 are my favorites. So, do you have any guesses on which women would have made this list?
Well, is Let Them Eat Cake on there?
No.
Because
she's not ruthless. She's just rude.
She was just terrible. Is the one that...
And she was young, so that's not...
Like, would kidnap young virgins and bathe in their blood in there?
Maybe.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So when men go on rants about why you don't vote for women, and
they're evil,
and these are classic examples. I already know that. I have no idea who she's going to talk about,
but the top 3 are doozies. Some in an evil sense, some in a badassery sense. So not all of them are evil.
I like badass women.
Yes. Some are just, it's, how history works. People, the winners write the tales, and a lot of things with writing those things are besmirching your enemies and making them far worse than they actually are, especially when it comes to women of the past. They love to layer on those rumors of how they were, even though none of it is true. You got to build your enemy's character up so everyone hates them. So the first one is Joan of Naples, also known as Joanna the First.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her either.
I'm a chauvinist. I don't know women's history.
Me either. I am also a chauvinist.
If that's what the qualifier is, yeah.
Yes. So she was crowned at the age of 16, which, is hard. But at the same time, how long did they really live back then?
Yeah, I know. That's only like guaranteed 2 years, honestly.
Especially if she starts popping out babies. She could die on the first one.
Yeah.
So she ruled from 1343 to 1381. And her claim to fame was the assassination of her husband, Andrew.
Like she did it?
She probably had it ordered. No one gets their hands dirty when they're...
Oh, no. Well, no, she didn't do it, but she was the deciding factor in his death?
Supposedly.
Oh, okay. All right. It's always mysterious.
Always mysterious. So Joanna was married off to her cousin Andrew, because that's what they did. And he, Andrew of Hungary. So while Andrew expected to rule in her name, because this was her kingdom, he was brought in.
Oh, shit.
So this was her shit.
And he's a typical chauvinist, like, hey, I'm going to rule this bitch's kingdom.
Yeah, guess what? I'm king now. Who cares? I don't care if this is your home. I don't care if you're Queen of Naples. I am Andrew of Hungary.
I can't wait.
I'm in charge.
I hope it worked out well for him.
Oh, yes, it really does work out well for Andrew. So, yes, while Andrew expected to rule in her name, Joanna asserted her own sovereignty. And she refused to crown him. She's like, no, bitch, I'm queen. So
he was the consort at that point.
Yes, the king consort.
Yeah.
Or not even king, because she refused to crown him. She's like, no coronation for you, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how we got Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. And because her dad became, and then, his brother had to abdicate because he, got married to his divorcee or wanted to, so he couldn't be king. Big no. Anywho, back to Andrew. So in 1345, Andrew was dragged from his bed.
Okay.
And hanged from a balcony.
From a balcony?
And a plot many suggested Joanna of instigating.
Huh.
Could you imagine, like, just being dragged out of your bed? Like,
It wasn't even her bed. Like, was he in
well, they
bed
had
with
their
her?
own separate bedrooms. Even Queen Elizabeth had her own bedroom. They had separate bedrooms. I mean, I don't know if Charles and Camilla have their own bedrooms, but I would assume they still do. You only shared it when you wanted to, hook it up,
Okay.
make babies. So while she was eventually acquitted by the Pope, the scandal followed her for the rest of her life.
Well, it sounds like the Pope's life was at risk now.
Well, yeah, whatever. But you're not going to ever punish, royalty.
Yeah.
They're always going to acquit them. Like,
They're above the law.
Yeah, they are chosen by God. So
yes.
you're not allowed to do that. So she was also childish. She was childish, but childless and had no heir. So she named her cousin Charles of Durazzo as heir, then changed her mind because women like to do that. She's
Honestly,
like, you'll be my heir, but no.
Honestly, I'm half expecting you to like tell me that she left the kingdom to her cats or something.
I don't know if they had cats in Naples, but they probably did. Why not? So then she changed her mind to Louis the First of Anjou. So she kept going back and forth. So she pissed off Charles.
Well, maybe he pissed her off.
Well, she turned Charles against her. And so that didn't turn out too well for her either. So there was a brutal end for poor Joanna.
Oh, no.
So backing the wrong pope during the Western Schism was ultimately Joanna's undoing. She was captured by Charles, who she already pissed off because he was supposed to be her heir. He imprisoned her and subsequently suffocated her to death. So she kind of went the way of her husband. He was hanged and she just was suffocated.
Yeah. Well, did she get the royal suffocation with a nice pillow, or was it literally like strangled to death by his hands?
Well, when I hear suffocation, I assume something was placed over her face because otherwise they'd say strangled.
Or crushed with you put a plank of wood and then you put rocks.
Yeah, I don't
on
think
top
you
of
do
her.
that with the royalty.
No, you don't.
That's what you do with the peasants.
Yeah.
So yes, she went from murdering her husband to getting murdered. Because it all comes full circle, karma, whatever.
Well, and it was just a bad move to side with one, like if she had stayed neutral in that whole schism.
Yeah.
Maybe she'd still be alive today.
And if she didn't go back and forth between her, what she was claiming as her heirs.
It's like rescinding a job offer. It pisses somebody off forever.
But, yeah. Charles didn't end up winning in the end because the person after her was a descendant from Louis of Anjou. So was also a Joanna who did her own BS. Yeah. So it's the Joannas are cursed.
So it sounds like your lesson from all of this is if you want to stay safe and alive, don't be royalty.
Don't piss off the women in royalty.
Okay.
Don't piss off the ladies in charge because they have the power.
Yeah.
They might not have the man power, but they got power. So
and they could just come up to one of your own guards and go, "Haha, you're funny. Could you kill the king for me?"
Yeah, pretty much. So that was our lovely Joanna. So on to number 4, Agrippina the Younger. So this lady was fully connected with lots of fucked up people. Ooh. So she was, from the Roman times, because we love the Roman times. She was the sister of Caligula. I can't even say it. Caligula. I can't talk today.
Caligula.
My mouth does not work today. I'm blaming the tongue ring. Which, I couldn't even say her name 5 minutes ago. We had to look it up. And she was the wife of Emperor Claudius.
Okay.
So, and then the mother of Nero.
Oh.
So she was well connected with lots of crazy people. So yay for her.
Yeah, some of the worst decadence that Rome ever had.
Yeah, that was a time. That was a time. So she's most famous for her accusation of killing her husband Claudius because she wanted to secure, the position for Nero. And she was worried that Claudius would change his mind on making Nero the next one up and going for his son. So, as in beautiful women ways, she poisoned him. Because we love our poison.
We all love poison.
So historians say she poisoned him with mushrooms served at dinner because he loved mushrooms.
Here, honey, have some mushrooms. I love you so much.
I mean, I like me some mushrooms too.
Keep eating.
So she used that, and she even had the doctor supposedly in on it to make sure he died.
Fuck.
So even if he was kind of like, oh, my tummy hurts, they like made sure he
no,
died.
no. Just don't throw up.
Yeah, no. Like, you want to swallow that. That's really good for you. We don't want to get any of that out of our stomach.
Here, drink this poison wine. I mean, regular wine.
I mean, it's good for the mushrooms. Sorry. So she wanted to secure Nero's rise. So she was eliminating political rivals, arranging strategic marriages, controlling access to the emperor, building alliances inside the Roman military and Senate. She's basically ruling behind Nero until Nero was of appropriate psycho age to rule himself.
And what's messed up about some of history's, rules of not letting women be emperor or this or that. It sounds like she would have been a pretty good organizer of a nation on her own, but because she couldn't be it herself, she had to put her insane son in charge.
Well, the thing is, she was insane as well, so she would have just been doing insane things like the rest of them.
Maybe
she would have, maybe been, banging, the husbands, forcing them to make sweet, sweet love to her.
Yes.
Who was it? Was that Nero who did that? One of those guys was banging all his guys' wives.
Oh, yeah. Well, they all did that.
I know that. Yeah, but it was just
weird back then.
Yeah.
We're not weird anymore.
We're not. No, not at all.
Not at all.
So basically, yeah, she was ruling behind the scenes until he became of age and got sick of her shit. And as everything goes, he feared her influence, even though it was his mother.
Well, she'd been poisoning and killing people that were in her way his entire life. He probably
but she's trying to position him
so that she
did it for him, but for herself.
For herself.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a very easy interpretation of her actions.
So as Nero gained the power, like I said, he began to fear her influence, and he made a couple attempts at getting rid of her. The first one did not work.
No? Oh my God, that must have been an awkward dinner.
No, so he invited her, I think it was a dinner, on this boat. And then put her on another boat that was supposed to sink, and she survived it.
Oh, damn it, she could swim.
Yeah, so the collapsing boat, she got away from it, and then she ended up at some villa, and then he heard that she got away. And he freaked out that he had failed. So he sent a bunch of assassins to her villa and then they stabbed her to death.
Okay, all right. So he got it done in one day.
I mean, I don't know if it was the same day, but it could have been. But supposedly her last words were something oh, my, mock my womb or something like that. It's lady, you were crazy. You made crazy.
Yeah.
Was it your brother's baby?
I learned it from you, Mom.
Yeah. So, I mean, we already know a lot of the emperors were a little wacky and did all kinds of messed up stuff to each other and everyone. So,
and we're finding it wasn't the lead in the water.
Really?
Well, because the water that was going into Rome had a lot of calcium in it.
Yeah, but I thought it was just the lead from all their cups and whatnot.
Maybe.
Causing mental issues.
No, it's
little
power.
Poisoning.
Power makes people crazy more than anything.
Of course it does.
Lead, secondary.
It could have just been feeding it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helped.
So that is number 4. So not too bad. There's a lot more. I didn't go into all the details because I feel like every one of these people could be their own episode. And I wasn't going to do that much research for one person. This was hard enough. I got tired. So, number 3, we're moving up to more current times. Have you ever heard of Irma Grese?
No.
Ooh, she's a good one.
She sounds like a great cook.
She was a German SS guard.
Ooh.
She was the most well-known vicious female guard that was at the concentration camps. She was quite evil. And they actually represent her in a lot of messed up movies.
And video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always one baddie, and not, I mean, they make her sexy, but you're not supposed to be attracted to her.
The funny thing is, in my research of her, they say she's attractive. And then I look at the pictures and I'm like, ugh. I know the standards were different then, but ugh,
you had to be there.
She was not. Maybe she's just one of those people who don't look good in photos. Maybe she's pretty live in person, but photos, I did not see one smiling picture. It was like super just scowl. I mean, yes, she's evil, but like there was like not a waistline on her. She wasn't curvaceous. She was just like built like a rectangle. And yeah, she did not. I mean, I didn't find her beautiful in any sense. Like, and I can sit there and be like, she's, somewhat attractive. No, she's scary.
Well, those Hugo Boss outfits look pretty good.
Maybe she's beautiful in the sense of an SS guard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess if you're on a concentration camp and there's no other women there, she's going to look great compared to all the other women. Well,
when all the people are skeletons. Yeah, because all the prisoners. Like, here, I'll show you her picture really quick.
It's like having a box of fresh haggis showing up when you're on a deserted island with no other food. The haggis looks good. No,
she is not in any way beautiful.
It would take a severe makeover.
You know how old she is?
In that picture?
Just when they speak about her, because, she didn't live very long. She was in her 20s.
What?
Yeah. I mean, 20s in the late 30s, early 40s it was a little rougher.
Yeah.
A little rougher.
In your 20s, you look like you were in your 40s.
Yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah, she looked 40, 50 there.
And very unhappy and tired. But, I mean, I guess when you're torturing people, you get tired. So, yeah. So she was a German SS guard in her 20s, and she went to 3 different concentration camps because I guess she was good at her job.
She was so good. We need to bring in new talent.
Yeah, so she's at Ravensbrück, Auschwitz, and Bergen-Belsen. And she was known for her extreme cruelty towards prisoners, because what else would you be known for when you work there?
Yeah, you can't be known for being nice.
No, so she became one of the most infamous female war criminals of the Holocaust and was executed for her war crimes after World War XI. Hopefully you get that joke. World War II. So one of her favorite things were dog attacks.
Okay, all right.
So, yes, she would, what did she do? She would, she trained the dogs to attack the starving prisoners. So she'd set the dogs loose on the inmates and watch the prisoners being mauled.
Usually that's when the camera cuts away, but she would literally stay there.
She probably I mean, those are from witnesses' accounts that she would set them loose and just watch. And of course she used that as for fear, humiliation, and psychological torture. Because how would that not mess you up, seeing someone being mauled by a dog? I mean, we see that today with people and their pit bulls, and it's pretty freaky. I see way too many videos of that.
Oh, God, yeah.
But
it's always the one type of dog, too.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Even though people argue it's not the dog, it's the owners, but they all seem to snap.
It's just the one dog capable of it.
Yeah, so former prisoners describe her appearing super calm, amused even by it.
So a total sociopath.
Yeah, so she enjoyed her acts of cruelty, and she loved terrifying people. So from what everyone's saying, she was all about it. Again, this girl was in her 20s.
Yeah.
And she was this deranged, which makes you wonder what happened to her as a girl to be that freaking weird.
And she's just like, what a time to be alive.
Yeah, was she one of those people, mutilated small animals and kittens and puppies and stuff? Because that's always the telltale sign.
Yeah, that's usually, they have a bad history in their childhood.
Yeah. So they also say that she had a braided whip that she loved to use on people. And she would always carry a gun and that whip on her. And she would sometimes randomly walk in and just shoot people for no reason. just like out of rage. And she was also one of the people who decided if you would go to the gas chamber or if you were fit for labor. So,
Oh.
even if you're probably fit for labor and she's mad, she might just send you to the gas chamber.
Well, it sounds like this person isn't somebody that you can just like politely smile at and get a good
Oh
response.
God, no, I would not even want eye contact with her. Like, I'd be probably hiding. But they even had a depiction of her when they made the Ed Gein show. From Ryan Murphy remade it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they used her name in it, but it was supposed to be her. And she like was taking, the prisoner's skin and making lamps and stuff out of, So I think that was supposed to be her because, he became obsessed with her, which has nothing there. That show was so inaccurate because I like to watch historic shows. And then I'm on Google at the same time, going back and forth, seeing what's real and what's Hollywood. And as usual, 10%'s true and the rest is Hollywood.
Inspired by a true story.
I just don't know why they can't stick to a story, especially about someone like Ed Gein, where it's just so horrific in its own right. You don't need to add more horrific things to it to make it more interesting. It's already messed up in the sense.
In fact, a lot of times you have to remove interesting things from a good story because it's like people wouldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, like even supposedly Ed Gein was a virgin, but they have him banging people in that show. And I'm like, you didn't have to do that. It makes it even more weird. Because he was also, Ed Gein was the inspiration for so many horror films like Psycho, because he had his dead mom in the house. That was like a real thing.
Oh, geez.
So that Psycho was based off of Ed Gein doing this.
The smell.
Yeah. It's the true story of Ed Gein is freaking wild, but he was the inspiration for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So many things. Because, it's just, you need to look into it. It's interesting. Like, seriously, they didn't have to, make more of a thing than they did with him. But they did. But anyways, Irma is an inspiration in a lot of films and horror movies. Inaccurately, of course.
Well, of course, yeah. I'm thinking of a couple of video games where you have the one evil Nazi woman.
Yeah, it's based on her, most likely.
That gets off by torturing people.
It would be her then, yeah. She's a big one. And again, it's just wild because she was in her 20s to be such an evil person. And she wasn't at like camps with like men and women. She was in charge of women. So to do this to women, like she was having dogs maul women. And it wasn't just women. It was small girls, elderly.
See, I was imagining the men being tortured by her.
No, she's torturing women.
Oh, geez.
And little girls.
Is that more fucked up or less fucked up?
I think it's
more fucked up?
I don't know, because she's also a woman, so it's not like, I don't know. They're on the same level.
Yeah, she's not taking it out on the boys. She's just taking it out on other women. So
she's just a psychopath. And again, they executed her for her war crimes.
Oh no.
So, which we need to get back to doing.
Yeah, I know. I could see.
We need to stop putting people in prisons, especially when there's evidence that is undisputed.
I think should be some harsher penalties for certain things.
Yes, absolutely. So that was lovely. Number 3. So number 2, she's my bitch. This woman, she is an amazing woman throughout history. Look into her because I'm not going to go over every single detail because her story is freaking badass. This is my badass girl. So Olga of Kiev. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she's freaking amazing.
Yeah, maybe.
So she carried out some brutal revenge tactics that is truly just chef's kiss. It's what she did was amazing.
Women are better at revenge.
Oh my gosh, she is so creative though. It's mind blowing. When I heard this story the first time, I'm like, this can't be real. This is freaking crazy. So she carried out one of history's most beautiful and brutal revenge campaigns after her husband, Igor of Kiev, was killed by
technical difficulties, everybody.
Yes. So number 2, my favorite, Olga of Kiev. So she did a lot of crazy stuff. So she carried out one of history's most beautiful, brutal revenge campaigns ever. After her husband, Igor of Kiev, was killed by the Drevlins. And this is around 945 AD. So a long, long, long time ago.
The Drevlins. I mean, it sounds so much like Gremlins that
I know.
Like, I don't like them. They're a perfect villain.
Oh my gosh. I don't really know much about them except all the bad things she does to them. So her first thing she loved to do, because these guys were trying to work with her. They're like, hey, how about we just get married to you? We know we killed your husband, but, let's absorb you. And she's like, oh, let's talk. So, she probably did the cute little baby talk thing, even though,
okay.
They sent people. And she's probably like, yes, sure, okay. But she also had a son, so she kind of wanted to give her son, their kingdom type of thing, but whatever. So she buried a bunch of diplomats alive.
Okay.
So
it's a good start.
Yeah. So after Igor's death, that Drevlins sent messages to Olga proposing she marry their prince. Because that's what you did back then. You're single now, lady. Let's, marry our guy. Olga pretended to honor them. She's like, yeah, sure. Let's talk. Whatever. So instead, she ordered this giant trench dug. Had the diplomats thrown inside. And then she buried them alive. But there's more to the story.
There's an MO. She has a MO here,
yeah.
Burying people alive.
But she didn't necessarily do that right off the bat. She tricked them, hey, let's come over. Let's have a nice dinner.
Let's have a party. Drink some wine.
She's like, start burying them in there, and she's like, next,
guys, let me show you my ditch.
Yeah, she's like, it's a nice ditch. Let's see this. So then after that, they're like, where'd our guys go? And so they sent some more guys because they're like, where'd you guys go? Are you still partying over there? What's going on? Must be a great thing over there. I hear she's a great entertainer. So the next one, I can't talk today. She burned another group alive.
Okay, so she changed it up.
Dirt, fire, we're going through the elements, earth, fire. So the Drevlins sent another delegation because they're like, where's this one delegation? Oh my God.
They're like, keep not coming back. Did they get lost?
It just must be amazing over there. They're like, but we haven't heard. So let's send some more guys over there because, they're not getting back to us. Olga invited them to bathe before meeting them because you want to be clean. Want to be nice before, you have a nice little dinner. She wants them to be relaxed.
Yeah, let me hold your sword.
Yeah, so while they're in the bathhouse, just bathing it up, feeling all relaxed. Her man locked the doors. And they set the building on fire. Nice.
Okay, fire again. This was a perfect chance to drown them, fill the building with water, but that would have been...
Well, wait, earth, water. Or yeah, earth, fire.
Yeah.
So
it's close.
Yeah, so she had them burned alive because you killed my husband. So then she massacred some hundreds at a funeral feast next.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Red wedding style.
She really likes to plan things. That's all I know. And she's very good at it.
And apparently, she's so good that no one escapes.
Yeah.
Not one to go back and go, hey, guys, bring a whole army.
No. She's like, let's sprinkle your men over here. I don't know what happened. I messed up. I'm so sorry. I'm a woman. I don't know how to do these things.
Oh my God. I don't know what happened.
I don't, that transfer was for gardening. I don't know how they fell in. So with the when she massacred hundreds, she had this funeral, banquet supposedly to honor Igor. Cause that's what you do. She has to honor him, have this nice banquet. So once the Drevlin guests became all drunk, because of course they sent another delegation. Cause why wouldn't you?
Oh God. Yeah.
Just keep saying,
fool me once.
She's like, yeah. Baby talk. That's what she was using.
Oh my God.
So once the guys became all drunk, her soldiers attacked. It wasn't like, why are your guys not drinking? Just for us. Oh, that's really nice of you. Oh, there's not enough for everyone. This is for you guys.
Not enough for
this
everyone.
Is all for you. So her soldiers attacked and hundreds were slaughtered. So she's like, oops.
Oh my God. I told them to be nice.
I don't know what happened. They were just playing. So some chronicles claim that 5,000 were killed.
Oh my God.
She's probably just laughing. I just picture her thinking that's the most funniest thing ever. It's first you were done with my trench and then you were done with my bathhouse and you still trust me? Well...
Well, there's
She must have been gorgeous. That's all I can say.
there's that. And I'm sure there was definitely times where she's like, I cannot believe that worked so well again.
She's like, oh, God, that wasn't me. That must have
No.
been someone else. You're mixing us up.
Are you sure that they even showed up? I don't remember
know.
having them here.
Yeah, I don't. Did they get back to you? Because they never showed up. 5,000 people did not show up. I don't know where they went. That's weird. So then this isn't over yet.
Oh God.
There's still more. And this is so creative. This is beautifully done. So she destroyed their entire city without even having to go there. Which is this is I don't know how she thought about this, but this woman had the biggest brain back then for at least doing fucked up shit.
Well, I mean, they scorned her. They killed her
They killed her man.
Yeah, she must have actually, instead of typical Roman, royal, relationship, she actually sounds like she really liked her man.
And you got to remember, this is 945.
Yeah.
This was a long ass time ago. So the final revenge story became legendary. This is the piece de resistance. If I said that right, it's probably not. So, unable to conquer the Drevlin city by siege, Olga demanded 3 pigeons from each household. 3 pigeons, 3 sparrows from each household. So the Drevlins are like, she wants some fucking birds. What does this bitch want with some birds? We'll just give her birds. Like, what can you... She's going to have a barbecue? Who cares? So they gave her birds because they just wanted some peace because she's crazy. They're like, we can't send her any more men. Just send her birds. So Olga's forces tied like burning material to the birds, and the birds knew where home was.
Oh yeah, they're homing birds.
So they tied like these little fire necklaces on these birds and released them. So when the birds came home and landed on the rooftops, which were not tile back then.
No, it was all thatch roof.
Yeah. They, basically burned down all the homes because they were on fire. So she burned down their entire city with their little homing pigeons.
Huh.
The city was destroyed, survivors enslaved, and she crushed their rebellion.
Nice. So when a woman only wants a few birds from you,
say no.
I don't want your firstborn sons. I don't want money. Can I just get a couple birds?
Yeah, just some birds.
Just some birds.
Don't say no.
Say no. Yes. Give them your firstborn son. That's better bet.
Yes. So she did all these wild acts to avenge her husband, which I am just so impressed by.
I respect this
I'm
woman.
impressed by this woman. I think she is a badass. If there is an afterlife, I want to meet this woman because this is amazing for someone of her time to do any of this. This would be amazing today.
So my main question is, did she live happily ever after?
She ended up doing lots of good things with the Christian church, and she was later made a saint. So,
she lived happily ever after.
Saint Olga of Kiev.
Yeah, we cover so many abysmal stories that it's so nice to read or hear about someone that actually rode off into the sunset as the winner.
She was not murdered.
Hell yeah.
And she did so many cool things. I mean, I can't say they're necessarily cool, but her creativity and how dumb the Drevlins were.
Oh my God.
Is just mind-blowing. Like, was there nobody in the Drevlin hierarchy that was like, no.
Dude, she ain't worth it, bro. She ain't worth it, bro.
First time, I get it. You didn't know. You're trying to get her to marry your prince. Second time, third time, what are you thinking? Yeah. What's going on here? 5,000 guys lost because you were you couldn't say no. So I'm just saying she had been very
she took out an
gorgeous.
entire civilization, basically.
Pretty much, yes.
I hope that the woman I marry would be willing to destroy an entire civilization on my behalf when I'm killed.
That is love.
Yeah. That's how a man would feel loved.
Yes. So that was number 2. So number 1, who could she be? This is one of my favorites as well. Not in a good way.
I mean,
but
to top the last one, that would be tough.
yes. So number 1 is Elizabeth Báthory, who was what some people feel could have been the first serial killer.
Okay.
Yes. And I was going to do it, but I freaking forgot. I was going to write down all the movies that have honored her treachery. So Elizabeth is a psychopath. She is not like Olga of Kiev at all. She is a psycho. So she is known as the Blood Countess, Elizabeth Báthory.
Okay, that's a pretty good nickname.
Yes, she was accused of torturing and murdering hundreds of young girls inside her castle. So she probably should have been a real vampire, the real Vlad. So, some people account that maybe she killed at least like 600 girls. She was like emptying villages out of their girls. So, yeah. And there's always the one story of her bathing in her blood. Like I heard the story, like she smacked one of the girls across the face and a drop of blood fell on her hand and she felt like it healed her skin and made it more youthful. So then she became obsessed with that bloodlust and just having their blood.
I need more girl blood.
Virgin blood.
Yeah.
And some people feel like that does have magical traits and they buy that from people, which is even creepier. It actually happens today where they will connect blood to a young person who's very healthy and have that, transferred into themselves. But yeah.
Fucking weird.
Weird. So who knows if any of these stories are actually true or rumors, because again, women, they like to make things darker than they were. But again, everyone does that, men or women. They create their legends for them.
Yeah.
And the scarier it is, the more people hate them, type of thing.
So these could have been written by her enemies.
Yes. But I think a lot of it's true. So she was accused of killing large numbers of servant girls and possibly daughters of lower nobility. And that's, I think, where she fucked up. You don't mess with any level of nobility because those are the people who are going to notice their daughters are missing.
Yeah.
No one's going to care about the peasants at all. Like they die, you can say she died and they'll be like, oh, okay. I guess mortality rate wasn't big back then.
I've got 8 other children.
Yeah. But nobility, yeah, you can't be,
they
can't be disappearing.
Well, I had plans for that, daughter.
Yes, exactly. So witnesses claimed that she beat girls brutally, used needles and knives to injure her servants, forced punishments during freezing weather. There's a story like she'd pour just water on top of them and send them outside in freezing weather to just freeze in the courtyard. So much torture. She starved them, restrained her victims. Some historical accusations are victims were burned, flesh was cut or pierced. Girls were allegedly left to die from injuries. That, of course, because she's not going to send them back. Some people are going to know.
Yeah.
There's literally a lot to this story I didn't even go into because she's so freaking wild.
Well, I'm wondering if she had a good relationship with her father.
They actually go into that, but I didn't go into that. I just went into the debauchery of these people, but they're, you can look all that up. Because she got busted because someone was like trying to see inside her thing and she was like I think he was like looking for one of the nobility people, like the lower end girls. And then they're like, oh, she's sick or something. And then he was turned away and then came back. I forget the whole story, but she got busted based on something like that.
She let one person too many see and live to talk about it.
Well, no one ever got away. They just couldn't see her because they went to go check. And they're like, oh, where's she at? And they're like, oh, she's sick. She died of tuberculosis or something. And they're like, what?
Oh, no.
Type of thing. Like, so, again, don't mess with any form of nobility. Just stick with your peasants. But she probably ran out because she was emptying villages of all these little girls. Because, people are like, oh, my God, my daughter can work in the castle with her and we're nobodies. Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I don't want to go. No, you have to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So a lot of these accounts came from servants and the investigators later inquired with the crime. So they found out, if the servants were being honest at all. So the bloodbath legend, the most famous of the claims is that, she would bathe in all these girls' blood. So you would have to drain a lot of girls to fill a bathtub. That's why
Yeah.
they kind of feel like that's not really accurate
Well, okay, you drain the blood. It's only up to your
to fill an entire bathtub.
to fill an entire
though.
bathtub. That's a
No.
lot of girls.
That's
But
why
if-
they don't think it's really accurate.
But if you get this much in there, you could just roll around in it.
Yeah, no, you want to be like covered in it.
Okay.
I would think, not just use a little
Yeah,
washcloth.
if you're royalty, you're used to pretty good
I
baths.
need a full tub of blood. And we're not going to water it down because then it's not as potent as it should be. But yeah, she believed, like I said, believed bathing in the blood of young women would preserve her youth and beauty.
Okay.
So that is the rumor. And you see it in a lot of movies with her in it.
And this is one of those reasons that people don't like rich people is
Because they're
poor
eccentric.
people don't come up with things like this.
Yeah.
This is something that
I mean, I think they
the
could.
rich-
We're just, I would think it'd be easier for poor people because no one's paying attention to them as much.
yeah,
Or access. People are ignoring them.
you get caught eventually.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
But investigators reportedly found injured servants, corpses, prisoners suffering from the abuse. So, everything that they were told. Another story from witnesses is Elizabeth allegedly punished servant girls by, like I said earlier, pouring water on them and sending them into the freezing temperatures outside, forcing them to remain outside because, how do you make human popsicles without putting them outside for a long time, which, would be extremely painful because your skin starts feeling stabby and you go numb and all that. And leaving them exposed until the water froze on their body. So
nice.
like I said, human popsicle. I think that was one of her favorites. So,
oh God, what a hobby.
Yeah. So at 1610, because this is, 1600s, after her castle was raided and all her servants and accomplices were arrested. And of course, they were executed because they're not nobility. They're nobodies.
They're
servants, her peons, all dead because they are who they are. What do you think happened to her?
Sent upstate to a retirement.
convent.
Yeah, a convent retirement village.
That's
type
what they
thing.
did to women back
Yeah.
then. So she was placed under house arrest
Oh, okay.
because, she just killed 600 women. Like, who cares? Like, she's nobility.
Yeah.
So
she's
there's
important.
Yeah,
we can't prosecute her.
There's lots of rumors on how she was imprisoned. But
So it sounds like an Epstein list type thing
yeah.
where these people are too powerful and influential to punish.
Well, you can't punish nobility because then it's, if you show that they are ever in the wrong, then the peasants see them as wrong and they, start questioning that God puts these people in the position. And you don't want to do that because then you have people rising up because they're just regular people now.
Those regular assholes.
Yeah. So instead of putting her on public trial or an execution, which she should have had, but they can't do that for nobility.
They should have poured water on her in the
Yeah.
winter and left her outside.
I mean, they could have executed her in private, but they also didn't do that. Báthory was confined inside a castle. And, some people say she was boarded up when just had a slit to put food in. Like they boarded up windows, doors, like they couldn't get to
That's
her.
one of those old-fashioned designs.
Yeah, and that's what they say. Like, according to popular accounts, windows and doors were sealed. She was isolated in a small set of rooms. Food was passed through openings in walls. That's supposedly what was told, which would make you go crazy. Being in a dark room, like every day, all day. So she was spared that execution, which is wild still.
Probably would have been. Actually, the execution is almost mercy at that point.
I know. Well, yeah. So the reasoning for that was, like I said earlier, executing a high-ranking noblewoman would disable powerful families. And you don't want to do that because that means all of them can be executed.
The legitimacy. Yes.
Even though there was a strong reason to execute her. It's not like she was doing something basic. She murdered people. Her relatives had major political influence, of course. That's another reason we see happening today, just in regular politics, not even with noble people. Authorities may have wanted to avoid scandal, which, again,
How do we hush this up?
Oof.
I mean, you didn't have newspapers back then.
No, it was all word of mouth. Most people couldn't even read back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was wild back then. So with her death, she remained confined and she only lived for about 4 more years. So she died in 1614 after she was busted.
Well,
So to live in that tiny room with, if the windows and doors were sealed and just getting food, like how's she even emptying her poo bucket for
don't.
4
They
years?
don't. Yeah, no.
Unless there was a slit in the wall to dump it.
Not
like
in that
the
old architecture. They don't do
castles.
that. Well, in a way, it's actually proof that her methods were working, because the moment that she stopped getting that fresh blood, she died within 4 years.
Yeah, so maybe she was right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Take that, rich people.
But that's my 5 crazy ladies. Or top 5 ruthless ladies.
Ruthless ladies. Honestly, I mean, that one Olga from Kiev.
I love her.
Fucking badass.
I love her.
And so clever of taking the birds.
Yes.
Well, I mean, for one.
Everything she did was clever. Like, if you really get into the story of it, because I just went very quickly through it, there is so much involved. There's more of a story to it with her tricking them.
Well, to 3 times get every single person in the party into an area where you can kill all of them.
All 5,000.
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere outside, but yeah.
But being able to get, because if one person got away and go, hey, he just killed like 2,000-3,000 of us.
I also found the pit in the bathhouse.
Yeah. I wonder, like, and to bury people alive, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do you just go, hey guys, I see something down there at the bottom of the ditch. Could you look at it for me?
Yeah.
And you didn't have excavators. You had to, like, keep them in there and then slowly shovel dirt on top of them. Like the logistics of burying people alive en masse is tricky alone.
She's wild. She's definitely my favorite. And that is truly ruthless. Like the other ones were just psychopaths where she was just, she could be a great military leader.
And I could see as a guy, after she pulls off some of this shit, going, wow, what a good boss. She gets it done.
Yeah, she definitely not someone you want to mess around with.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people about her, they're like, oh, I've never heard about her. I'm like, look her up.
Oh, man.
Her story is, it doesn't even seem like real. I feel like it was something Hollywood would put together. And this is an actual story. Truth is stranger than fiction.
It sure is.
As they always say. So she is my favorite woman in history. By far.
I think there should be a Netflix adaptation of her.
There probably is. I wouldn't be surprised.
And obviously, we got to make her a trans black woman, lesbian.
I'm sure Elliot Page is available.
God,
for that
poor girl.
So many good memes.
Girl
right
got
now.
Whatever she chooses to be.
I think she's a guy.
Yeah. Well, she decides, hey, I'm going to take this nice paycheck, and now the internet is just making fun of her.
Well, she's getting. Yes, I know it's a mocking thing, but she is getting so much PR. So
oh my God,
I would just roll with it. You guys are putting me out there. People know who I am again. Well, so whatever. Make fun of me all you want. I'm still rich.
Well, there's 2 ways to react to mockery.
Yeah.
There's the Nickelback way, where it guarantees you a paycheck for the rest of your lives, or there's the Sugar Ray way, where you fight it and don't fight it.
Just go with it.
Go with it. Hate yourself for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And you'll make a lot more money. People will go to your concerts ironically.
Yeah, because I just think if you just roll with it, people love you more because they're like, you have a sense of humor. You're not letting it take you down. I think, and I know it's a sensitive subject, but if I guess we'll say, if he just rolls with it and starts making fun of himself with it, I think so many people would be like, you know what? Elliot's fucking cool.
Yeah.
He made his own AI thing making fun of himself.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the best move to do instead of fighting it and being upset about it.
And I'd watch it ironically.
Yeah. I'm still not going to go watch The Odyssey.
I'm not.
Yeah. No, that's terrible casting.
Well, actually, and that's the thing. It's the first ads that I saw a year or 2 years ago.
I was excited.
Excited. Christopher Nolan's doing The Odyssey.
But even the costuming is not accurate as well. This woman on Instagram who's a costume designer, she broke it down.
It's the Bronze
for the
Age.
time period, and none of it's accurate. She's like, they didn't wear pants back then. They're wearing pants.
And
everything is wrong. The hairstyle.
And he doesn't have. There's no orchestra because it's
I just
period
saw
authentic.
that.
but we're gonna have steel armor. Like, nah,
Like
nah.
not none of the, and that's so weird, especially for a period piece to be so inaccurate. Like whatever, casting is casting, but
It's the,
to take the other elements and shit on those is like, I thought you wanted to win an Oscar, and now you're fucking up your costume department,
well,
you're fucking up your music department. Like
well,
I don't know if
actually,
you're fucking up the acting
well, to
department,
win
'cause
the
they're all
Oscar,
great,
you
but
need to check certain boxes.
well, that's why I think he's
Any-
doing all this shit. But again, you're screwing it in the costuming area. The costuming's inaccurate as shit. But again, all these things are bought and paid for, so award shows are bullshit. So
Yeah,
I don't watch
it's
them
politics
anyways.
of its own nature.
They're all paid for.
Yeah.
They pay for it, they win it, it's all bullshit.
Well,
Don't watch those shows, it's dumb.
Yeah. Oh shit. I mean, I could see 40 years ago watching the Oscars.
I never watched them.
Well,
I never saw the point because I'm like, I'm not up for an award. Why would I care?
Yeah, yeah.
That's my whole premise on
and
it.
it's
Like, I'm not part of it. Why am I watching it? Why are you being forced to watch it?
And it's a congratulatory thing.
Yeah. Like, they invented it at a time to get more people interested in movies. That's why they started these shows. But now it's just them glad handing each other. It's all bullshit. It's like if I had my track meet banquet. Why is that not on TV? Why are you not watching that? Like, who cares?
Well, and it's stroking the egos of an industry with the fragilest of egos.
No, they don't, it doesn't need to be aired on TV. They could do that in, like, the Met Gala. What the hell is that?
I don't even know.
It's freaking gross.
And it looks like, honestly, the Hunger Games.
That's what everyone
the
says,
crazy,
yeah.
well, because the Hunger Games has the opulence.
Yeah, but I get it's supposed to be weird themes, but it's just, I miss old Hollywood where everyone's just glamorous and beautiful.
Yeah.
Now everything is like, how can I be more naked or more weird? And
yeah.
Just like,
wear a suit.
no one wants to see your
Look classy.
critter. Yeah.
Yeah, sure you had 6 martinis before you got out of your limo.
Like Rachel Zegler and her freaking Coke jaw.
Yeah. And making a statement, of like, oh, I don't agree with blah, 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 blah.
I don't like rich people while I'm rich.
Yeah, I don't like rich people while I'm being paid by them, and
I just paid
lifestyle.
$100,000 to be here, but I hate rich people. And it's like, what? Do you hear yourself talk?
Yeah, it's the same hypocrisy of people who badmouth America while they're getting deals from Nike when they know that Nike employs children in the sweatshops, kind of thing.
Well, enough of our tangent. That was my 5 top ruthless ladies.
Which I'll admit, there's one that like is my fantasy girl that's willing to take down an entire civilization because she's mad that I'm dead.
Yep, Olga. Olga should be number 1.
I think more women should be like Olga, honestly. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
Elizabeth and Olga. You got Olga who will fight for her man, and you got Elizabeth who will just kill everybody.
Yeah.
Because she wants her skin to look good. She's the Kardashian of her time.
Yeah, I'm more into the Olga thing.
Yeah.
Because there's true love in there.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it, at least.
Yeah.
There might have been politics more.
But anyway, so subscribe, follow, leave comments. Good or bad. Because I've been getting lots of hate lately for my OF.
We love the hate.
Yeah, you guys are so mad about it. I'm sorry you're addicted to porn.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
And actually, the next episode is largely about that.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye.
Bye.